guys, we've got an epic Wi-Fi battle here against GrowthlyGrowth from YouTube and Masterstarman forums. I've been anticipating a battle with him for quite a while, and yeah, a few things I need to say is that this is my first Wi-Fi video, and my team here is just a bunch of random guys thrown together. So, here's the battle. Okay, so I lead off with Oldell Pass the Infernape, and he leads off with a Metagross. This is actually our second time attempting to battle here because the first time it ended up corruption error. So yeah, I nasty plot. He's in headbutts, which is different. I didn't expect that. And the Infernape could have probably been useful in the long run. But yeah, alas, Ape goes down, which I didn't really like that much. So yeah, I bring in Electivire. He switches, and I believe he brings in Fortress here. This Fortress stayed around for quite a while, and really what I should have done is brought in Zen, my Manectric, because I had Zen on me, and if I brought Zen in earlier, I could have scorched this thing with Flamethrower, but I was afraid of it, like, either earthquaking or gyroballing or even just flat out exploding on me, so I switch out to Gengar here. My guess was that in case it wanted to explode right on Electivire, he sets up Toxic Spikes, which wasn't a big flaw to this match, because Toxic Spikes, like, they only came into play maybe once or twice, because, like, he didn't set up a second layer on them, which I thought was really good. So I Focus Blast him because I don't carry Hidden Power Fire. I like Sludge Bomb more. And that does a hefty amount to it. I was surprised. I knew that Fortress wasn't that bulky on the special side, but yeah, he Gyro Balls me, and that does quite a lot too. Like, more than I was expecting. Or maybe a little less, because I thought that might have actually KO'd there. But yeah, hang on. And this Choice Scarf Gengar, so I just stay and go for the Focus Blast. He brings in his own Gengar here. And here I decide to just leave Gengar for Death Water and bring in Espeon for the Revenge and Kill. And there was actually a pretty bad play on his part coming up that I thought was kind of hilarious, actually. He told me on the chat box this was probably my best play here. So I bring in Espeon, who gets poisoned off the bat, and this saved me too. He hypnosises and it misses, but it wouldn't have done anything to me anyways. And I get the free Psychic off, which is guaranteed to OHKO, because this Espeon is a beast. I really wish that I could have used it for more, but this Espeon is a literal killer. It does a ton of damage. I OHKO'd the Gengar there, which was very handy. Yeah, so then he brings in Metagross again, which kind of sucked. And at this point, I didn't think Espeon could have done much, and that was true. I sub up to scout what he was going to do, and he goes for the mash, I believe. And I actually kind of want to pay attention to the moves he makes during these next few turns, because if I remember right, I remembered them being somewhat odd and, like, kind of unexpected. Maybe, what does he do here? I kind of don't remember this as well as I should. Maybe he misses with the mash? Yeah, that's what he does. I'm predicting nicely here. That was good on my part. Prediction afterwards for the win. So here I decide just to leave Espeon for Death Water, hoping I can live a Bullet Punch. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Espeon's frail, Metagross is a beast. Stab, yeah, that's gonna KO. So, I can't remember what I decided to bring in. I think I bring in Electivire again. Yeah. Really, I should've, maybe, I don't know. For some reason I'm thinking that I should've went to Zen here and gone for the Flamethrower. I think that might have went better, because I think Metagross has a lot more defense than special defense. But whatever, I Earthquake, and here's a big piece of hacks right here. That was cheap. It hung on by like so little HP. And then he gets the stealth rock. And this I didn't actually notice. And that kind of hurts me later in the match, as when I'm down to my last two, I basically say I cannot win, period. And I blame this partially on pre entering the game, like not having the right Pokemon. I'll explain what I mean later on. You'll see what I mean in a few minutes. So I finish off the Metagross, finally. And then I think it's back to Death Star, the Fortress. I must say, you do have a really sick Hippowdon, which is really... If you never seen his Hippowdon, it's basically one of the most broken things ever. It literally... He swept, like, every single person he faced. He swept everything with it. Like, just the Hippowdon. Unless he brings in a Taunter or something, there's nothing that'll block it, which... The reason I brought in Infernape was because I was fearing his Hippo lead, and my Infernape carries Taunt. So, yeah, I EQ, his stupid Fortress hangs on. I decided Thunder Punch. I thought Thunder Punch would do the same amount, because it's like, gets stabbed, or at least close, and there was more hacks! I was like, no! Oh, that was so lame. But yeah, I survived with 27, and I end up going down to this stupid poison. That was really lame. Like, that much. I should have gone for the EQ. I was fearing a switch to his Charizard, because I knew he had that on his team. So I bring in Zen, which was what I should have done a long time ago, because Zen's really fast, and I carry Flamethrower, so I will be able to KO this thing with, Flamethrower and just finish it off. So that's what I do. He probably leaves it in for Death Fodder, maybe go for the Explosion, maybe predict I was gonna go for Thunderbolt and somehow he would live. I don't know what he was thinking at this point. Probably Death Fodder anyways. But this part is the part where I say I'm screwed. He brings in a Swampert. And at this point, all I have left is my own Swampert and Zen, and I know neither of them can touch this thing. If I now, I want to comment right here. I have a Breloom that's probably like one of my favorite Pokemon. Actually, I think Breloom tied with Swampert is my favorite Pokemon. So, yeah. If I brought Breloom, this wouldn't have been like this, because my Breloom, even if it boils down to a little bit of luck, if I get off like the Spore and then the Sword Stance, and then it's still asleep, and I Focus Punch, and it still stays asleep, I just wreck everything up, and I could have easily wrecked, like, half of this guy's team up with just Breloom. Like, his Charizard might have been the exception, because Charizard's fast and could have outsped Breloom, probably, but even still, like, maybe even if I just brought Ninjask would have assisted Breloom so much in the protecting. If I would have brought those two instead of Swampert and Infernape, I would have been set here, but I was really fearing his other team with the Hippo. So, I don't know, really. This was a good game, though. It was a really fun Wi-Fi battle ahead. I bring in Zen here just for the finishing time here. I go for the Flamethrower. Maybe get the burn, maybe hope for some hacks, I don't know. Maybe hope for a misclick. Maybe hope for criticals, I don't know. I don't get what I was thinking here. Yeah, that was, like... So anyways, yeah, good game. Good game, Growth. That was, really good. Hope to have a rematch with you sometime in the future. So, yeah.